Okay, so because I'm recording, so I'll just speak in English for you guys. So say Facebook, React Native. Let's talk about getting started with React Native. And so you already install. Oh my God, these changes. We will just do it with this guy. Okay, so you have this installed. Okay. All right, let's do it. React Native. So note that there's another way to do it, which is the create React Native app. This way, it doesn't create the iOS folder and doesn't create the Android folder. Everything is in JavaScript, and so you don't write any native code. But when you start needing, when you need to jump into iOS, Android, then that's not enough. So this method, then you have to eject. You have to then say, hey, put the iOS and folder in an Android folder so I can change. So I'll show you the more original way. We'll just do this. So you already have it. So this is the command line. So we have React Native. So I'm going to go to maybe, okay. So say, I'll just demo project, okay? React Native init demo, okay? So create a demo project. So it's using Yarn. So you guys know Yarn already?
Yes.
Yarn is a library manager. So every time you need something, so it's called a package manager. It's really cute. So it's using, I believe, so here it's using the latest React version. The problem with React Native, the latest React Native version, sometimes they upgrade and then you run it, the latest version doesn't work. So some people run into problems here and there. That's the problem with using latest code. But I think we'll be fine here. If we run into problems, then I can fix it in front of you guys. Hopefully we all can learn from that. So you see, you can set up, normally iOS is more mature and stable. But by now, you can really build for Android and build for iOS. So which one do you want to run? Okay, you guys have iOS, yeah? Okay. So,
CD.
I need to CD into that and I need to run this, right? Awesome. Some people are not falling asleep. Look, so there's an iOS folder and then it will run the iOS code, right? It's the Xcode file. There's a lot of output here. So neither of you know iOS? You don't know iOS, right? No one here? Okay, so I don't have to explain how it works. Just say magic. Okay, magic, it will run the simulator, right? Excellent. So let's go back to that demo project here. Okay, I need a text editor. What do you guys use? WebStorm, fancy. I don't have money for that. No, but Visual Studio Code is really excellent. So I opened the file here. Can you guys see it? What I use is, so this is a crash course, so make sure you really pay attention and ask questions. No stupid questions here. But don't try too hard on your laptop, because if you look down and look back up, it will already disappear. This Visual Studio Code is excellent. I just need to install some extension for React Native. Extension, right? Add on. So what do I add? This React Native tools, and then I can run some cool stuff with it. And React Native, what is called here, snippets. So I can write. I will show you very short, like 3 characters. It can expand into a lot of code for me. Save me a lot of time. Okay. I also use something called Prettier. So you probably know, you write JavaScript. When you save your file, it will just make it formats your code, so everyone's code looks consistent. It's the same. Let's go and change it. A few things. Look, when you look at, you have the project here, you have the iOS and Android folder. Okay, that is Android. Remember what I demoed on the web just now? It's very similar. Now, I'm going to focus on iOS. Okay, so look, works. So now there is a feature. Now you will see that why React Native is so freaking easy and fast to develop. I say enable live reload, right? Okay, let's do it. So down here, I will just change like hello world and save. Automatically, I have hello world. So now I want iOS and Android to use the same code. Why use different code? So this is what I do. I put this whole thing under something called an app. This is a component. Just like view text button, it's a component, okay? And I delete everything else. I don't need, basically this code here, I register this app with the app, and I don't need, right, anything else. So what error do you get? Cannot find app. No problem, let's import it. Import app from, I need to put it somewhere. So I'm gonna put everything in my app folder. For your final project, don't do this now. For your company product, when you build, you will have, maybe you put things in components, this app slash style sheets, app slash blah blah blah. So I only just do app.js for now. And everything is JS, so you don't need that, okay? So I save, notice how it adds all this extra, that thing for me, no problem. I go and create a new folder called app. Okay, so everything will go in here. And my Android, it's look a lot, but actually Android code could be exactly the same as iOS. So then when you run Android, it also runs the same code. Two of them run from the app folder, right? The important thing is any of your stuff here now becomes, a component name is capitalized like that. So app.js, right? Where is it? Why is it? Don't save. I have this app.js. It should be an empty file. You still see right now unable to resolve means cannot find this. So let's start with something. What is a component? A component is a component. Well, what structure is it? You see that, it looks like this. It's a class, right? It's a component. It's a class that inherits the component class.
Yeah. Yes.
Actually, it doesn't have to be just like that. It can just be a function. So app, is a function that takes some property. So this is props. But then, it just return, maybe this is return, and then you can say returns text hello. Something like that. So it's just a function that takes one argument and return that. Okay? And if I run now, it doesn't understand app still. Remember this import app? To import, you need to export. So export default app. Alright, so far so good. And then I don't know what this React is. This text is. So import React component and import React Native. And then I put in here text. Okay. Save this file. With React, when certain errors, you need to reload. So let's reload this and then look at this file and see what's going on. I have app slash app. You need to do dot slash here. Okay, so you see hello up here. So it's a little unfortunate. I have to, maybe I can style it. So for example, you can go here and say padding top, right? Style, padding top, 20, 40 for example. Then it's down here. So it's super simple. App is a function that takes one argument, but this is a simple app component. We want something more difficult. Let's look at your screen. well, what's your home screen? And then do you use tab bar? Maybe.
Yeah. Tab.
Okay, what are some tab?
Alt.
Yeah, what are the tabs in your home screen?
Categories. Are those?
Yeah. Tell me. So we just make up something, okay? So I have home screen. So let's say if I have home screen and then anything else, profile screen or not?
Yeah, profile screen.
Profile screen, and then
Notification.
huh?
Notification.
Oh, there's a notifications. For now, let's say I have 3 things. Okay, let's learn React navigation. The standard now is to use import. For example, you use tab navigation from React navigation. Okay, if you do it now, it will complain. I don't know what React navigation is. You have to install it. It's an extra package. We add React navigation. Okay, so it adds this library. It's a library management tool. Add this library. This allow people who work on React navigation to just make it better, and then the Facebook people just work with them. Great. So I reload this. Everything seems to work again, but I don't have any navigation yet. So I'm going to create a navigation, and you can go into React navigation .org or .com or something. So let's go here, React navigation, and you can read more about it. But I'm going to just show you the simple version. I save you time and just like let's really think about. Okay, this navigation is really simple. Tab navigation. It takes a configuration. So I will just call this, navigation config. Okay, but if I run this, it will complain what is navigation config, right? So then I say, well, nav config will tell you it's an object here. There are 3 screens. Home screen. It will go to the home screen file component. It will be profile screen. Will go to profile screen component and notification. Okay, we'll go to screen notification screen. Maybe I name them like that. You can name anything, but then okay, great. And I say cons. Let's save it again, and it seems to pass. But it doesn't know what home screen is. What's the home screen? Notification screen and profile screen. They are components. I just do really simple one. Home screen is a component. So it's something that take one argument, and I'm just gonna return. I think maybe just text home. I'm not sure. Maybe you can do that with same and let's see profile screen. I just want something that so it doesn't give me an error. All right, save it. Great. Is not a function, so maybe I have to return. I need this. No. This is double arrow function, so you should be able to know. Technically, if I do this, it returns. What is that? What line is it? Line 18. Good. So constant, maybe now app with navigation. Okay. Equals, and then my app. I'm just gonna put this app to be here. I will add extra stuff. But here's my app. Most of the app you see this structure, right?
Yes.
Right? It is the same. So in here, I just have this app with navigation. Okay. So what are we doing here? We're still exporting this app, but this app is a component. Inside this app, there's an app with navigation. Oops. Okay. App with navigation is a tab bar with this config. Okay. And in each tab bar, right, it returns these screens. So maybe I will try to write the proper way because it doesn't look like it likes what I'm doing. Yeah, maybe just return like that. maybe I just comment it out and only have one screen. Let's do it simple thing at a time, right? And then, well, that doesn't like it. Tab navigation, that's not enough. Oh, right. So maybe I'll look at this a little bit. Where's my screen? Stack Navigator. Oh, Tab Navigator, not Navigator, not navigation. That's why it's just like, okay, Navigator. Can't find Tab Navigation, no problem. Down here, Tab Navigator, right? Hey, look, you see one tab? And then one home here. Oh, that's kind of cool. So maybe you see that thing at the top, it's a bit annoying. So maybe I put this inside a view with style, like, you know, adding top 40, and then put this guy inside it. Is that okay? And then I don't know what view is, so I have to import view. And then it doesn't like this here. And it's empty. Why? Okay, I need that, but home and home. So I think the original syntax is correct. So I'm just gonna go back to that. Okay, let's see. It still works. So now I add two other screens. Okay, looks good. I just need missing a comma here, right? Did you see this? Home screen, profile screen, and notification screen. So I need up here to be home. Here will let's click up here. All right, this will be profile, and this is notification. Profile, notification. You see how fast it is just to create like 3 screens? Now to learn things, you say, well, what if I want this to be a stack? What is a stack? Navigator. Stack means you present one screen, but if you click on it, you go to the next screen with a navigation bar at the top. Okay? Right now, if you build this on Android, the tab bar here will be at the top because it's an Android style. Is that okay? So if I change this to stack, look what happened. I only need to change one thing here. Stack. And then you have home, and then there's thing at the top here. Isn't that cool? Obviously, I can even say, you know, navigation options. Here I say title, home. And then you see home here. But this text means now my home screen needs to be a little bit better. Okay? So let's make my home screen a little smarter here. You guys still with me? Home screen will return, it has a render function. So I'll just, for example, for now, yeah, this is return, this is okay. And in here, we need a button, right, to go there. And it's getting complicated, so I don't like putting everything here, so I'm going to delete all this home screen. Save it, it will complain, no home screen, no problem. What do? Import home screen from maybe, you know, app/screen/home screen, you know it? Right? That's how you structure your app. But for now, I'm just gonna keep like maybe this like that. And because I'm already in app, so there's no app anymore, so it's just home screen. Okay? So I need to create a home screen file in here. This guy, homescreen.js. Alright? Learn everything. Import React Native component. Import React Native. I need a button in the home screen. I need some text. Okay? I create a component called home screen and I export it down here. Okay, so in this component I just say 2 things. I say what's that, home. I would just put a button here. Title is go to profile. Let's do that. And I need this to be, there's a view in here as well. Okay, so I save this. It's a button, go to profile. So if I click on this button, right now it will say, hey, look, there's an error. There's the button, but the button on press is not there. I don't know what to do when you do it. Okay, then no problem. Let's add an on press property. Okay, and this is you have to learn the arrow function. It's an arrow function, and you do something here. Okay, so I say this dot on press. Right? You could take an event here. This is an argument. You can pass it in. There's no need for an on press. Okay, so you call the function like that. Now, normally this is a private method, so I just name it like underscore private. Don't touch it. Yeah. And because you're just calling this function, and then you take this, you can just pass in the whole function together. That's why it looks this short. And if you save and you click on that, it will complain there's no on press button. So I have to define on press. On press is a function. What do we do? Look, I can just say, hey, you press, man. Yeah? So then maybe I can click here. Hey, you pressed. Oh, that's pretty sweet. But now let's say, let's go somewhere. How do we do that? It reads like English. Let's say navigate to profile screen. Well, right now you just say navigate. It doesn't understand what navigate is. Navigate is inside this props.navigation.navigate. So you can do this right here. Right? Where this is props. Props is basically when you do after navigation, any of the screen, it will give a navigation property into the home screen. It's like calling this navigation inside with home screen, navigation equals navigation. This is a prop. You see in HTML it's called an attribute.
Yes.
In React it's called a prop. This is a prop. Yeah? But app navigation is handling all of this, so you don't have to do it. Just know that it exists. Okay? So what do I do here? Home screen props, and go to profile. So did you guys just see what happened? I'll just show it again. Go to profile page, go back to home. You have the navigation and everything is free again, right? And of course you want the profile page, you can set the thing up here. Alright? You can set the property here. You see this is the name of the class you use. Okay? You see the name of the class here? This is the extra attributes.
Yes.
You don't need this if you just want to keep it clean here. And you can go to home screen and then you can define that. So you have to understand the idea of a static navigation options, and then here will be title, home, right? Then it will work again. And we go to profile, okay? So let's say this is only so far we learned at navigation. What's next? We need to learn how to keep track of states. What is the state? So each component need to remember something. It doesn't need to. If a component doesn't need to care about anything, you call it a stateless component. But a lot of component you need to remember, like what's the username here, right? What did you change up there? So home, I just say your name. So in here, I just maybe I ask for that, Text input again, value will be maybe nothing, and then what is I just do the style thing. So style here will be border width. There will be better text input components. Right now you have to really define border width. What I did just now, right? On this screen right here, very similar. So I'm going to enter the username here. So I need text input. And then, well, this thing, there's no height. That's not good. So this is a height, maybe 40 pixels, 40 units. Look good. And I can type something here. I can't type yet. It's complaining. I'm just going to show, with React Native, it's in, I hope that this will show the error. If I type, okay, it doesn't show here. We'll look at it later. But technically, it's not doing anything because I also need to handle text change on change text. On change text is, now we know this dot on change, well let's do underscore, right, on change text. Okay, so you pass in a function, see that? And then up here you have to define the on change text. It's a function, double arrow function, so the word this, right, works down here. It's the same this. So what do we do when you change text?
Update.
Update. So this is called, you can set state, and then state here, I would just say username. Okay? Username, but on change text, you need to set the text value. So it means down here, on change text, it's like this. There's a value passed into this function, and this function will call the same value. It's like that. But because I'm doing the whole same thing, so same argument, that's why I can do this. I pass in a function that can take one argument, that's a value. Alright, you set the state. So, will be okay if I just run now and then why is it a problem? I have underscore this. I have underscore. That's it, right? So I need to steal value. So then this here value will be, it will, if I say empty, it will always be empty. So this dot state dot username, I take it from state. So if you run this, and it's like, well, no, you know, I don't know what dot username is because this dot state is nothing. Then you're like, when I create this component, I need a state, right? So, okay, great. So I will here have constructor. Let me just change the spacing to 2. Alright, so this is constructor, means what get run when you start the class, the standard, then this dot state. The only time you set state to be this dot state equals. So let's say, you know, username is 0, right? And you start, you have 0 here. So when you start changing here, when you go to profile, I want to say hello Zoom up here, right? Zoom's profile. How do I do that?
Global state.
Yeah, maybe global state. Look, what am I doing here? This dot props dot navigation dot navigate. For now, let's learn the simple way. I will pass extra things to the profile screen. Username is this dot state dot username. Did you see this? This dot state dot username. Then I can pass to the next guy. Let's see. Go there. Hey, it goes there. It passes there. But my profile screen, I need to implement profile. I'm too lazy here. Not good, right? I'm going to implement the profile screen. And you see when I'm learning, I don't copy and paste. Everything I type so I can learn it properly. You may feel really lazy, profile screen.js. Right? You go and you're like, I'm going to go to home screen. I copy everything. I make some changes. That would just waste more time. I know exactly what I need. I know that I need this class component called profile screen, right? Okay. I know the word component here doesn't work, so I need to import React component. So this component here is understood. All right. I know that down here, profile screen. If I say, you know, text hello, this is profile. This texting doesn't work, so I need to import React native, and I say text component. Understand everything you put in a file. Okay? So this is your profile screen, but then now you can just change this to profile. And then she changes to profile as well. Hey, wait, I will need to call this screen, right? Okay? Alright, so I don't need to import it like that. So see, now you go to profile. It will actually be this profile. Alright. So remember the navigation option, static navigation options. It can be an object, this JavaScript object. And last time I said, hey, this is a profile. Okay. So I go here. That's a profile. But I want this to be dynamic. I want this to be like, say, you know, hello Zoom or something. So I want this username to show up. But how? Right? So this is only an object. We should understand that, hey, actually, it can also be a function that take this props thing and then go in here. So this navigation option can take some properties. What it takes is actually a navigation. So this is a bit much, huh? What it's calling, there's some elements here. Let's say something here. Technically, you should be able to do something dot navigation. Okay, then dot state at that navigation. Because I use navigation here, there's because you come from the React world, you should know this. I should extract this navigation inside there. This is called deconstructing the argument. I have navigation. So then down here, profile, you can do navigation dot plus state plus params plus username, because you pass in the username in the params. Let's see. Bad. What's happening? Here's another problem. I'm not really returning anything. This is a so this is just a syntax. So the proper way, well, you now have an argument, so you have to do this return. Let's make it, my bad. I haven't set up this editor properly. So return an object like this, okay? And does it look good? Yeah? You load and check it out. Profile zoom. Where does it come from? Come from here, right? Sorry, zoom as. Yeah. So of course, then you also need to learn to make things easier. This right, the new ES syntax, right? So you can say profile. So I can even say this profile. So go to this profile. That's Zoom's profile. Okay. Deconstructing means I can go back to this thing. You normally see this a lot. Where's the navigate function? Navigate. This props here. Navigation. People do this a lot. Const get navigate out of this dot props dot navigation. Alright, and then down here you just call navigate. Okay, you call this navigate anywhere you want to go. So this is normal. You see how simple it is to implement the logic and passing the state. We're passing the extra params here. Navigate, and then you inside profile screen, you can get it with state.params. Any questions so far? But you see, Stack Navigator, right? It gives you the first one, and it gives you the definition of the other one, so you can actually go there. Tab Navigator, very simple, right? It shows all of the tabs for you. So choose nicely. Let's say now I'm like, I want a tab navigator outside, okay? Tab navigator, and then this is my tab navigator, and look, it will now what happens? Profile screen JS. I don't have now all the screens are displayed, so that's why it's failing here, right? So of course I don't need this anymore. So do you understand why we have this error? On the profile screen, when I change to tab, all the screens are loading.
Yes.
They are loaded, so the profile screen doesn't know what username it is. So that's why you need the global store, right? So if you learn Redux, we'll get there. But for now, I'm like, if something like if navigation dot state dot params dot username, something like that. Const username is from that navigation dot state dot params, and then if username is not is defined, then you return this, right? Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. Unfortunately, it can't even deconstruct this way. Very sad. Okay. So line navigation options. What is this right here? Line 6. It can't do. There's no params to state. That's why. So, if I will just say if navigation dot state. Okay, that's params. Okay, so profile screen is empty for now, but if, you can still go to profile screen by clicking, and then it will pass. Why is it not going there? Oh, it will change here. Zoom's profile down here. So, right? There's no longer navigation bar, but it changed. Look, go to profile. It'll change down here. Okay. So, what normally happens? You have this tab bar down there. But then inside home, you actually have a navigation screen. Home is actually, right? Now you're building an app. Okay, my home screen, if I tap on something, it should use a stack navigator. Does it make sense? Home, you may list 1, 2, 3 things.
Yes.
So therefore, your home screen is no longer just home, and I like to change, this is my suggestion. Name it very nicely. Your home now should go to home screen nav, or stack nav, home screen stack, and then it will complain, right? No problem. I will create. Maybe I rename this, but make it clear, like stack nav. So maybe home screen nav, and then what is home screen nav? In home screen nav, I have a home screen and then some other screen, right? So I create a new thing here, new file, home screen nav. .js. What is home screen nav? What do you think? I want a stack navigator. So import similarly, import React Native if I need it, but import stack navigator. Okay, from React navigation, and const home screen nav is stack navigator with some config. In stack navigator now there's a homes, right? Home screen, and maybe there's another view. Maybe you listing a restaurant or something, right? Restaurant, and then screen restaurant. And right now restaurant is just another view, so I fake it here. Restaurant, it's a view with just like text. Restaurant. So I need import React Native text. So my app, home screen nav here, I need to load home screen nav. Home screen nav. Down here, maybe I can call it home nav. So it's easy. So you see home screen, where's home screen? What file is it? Home screen nav, no problem. I need to import home screen from home screen. Alright. Okay. What happens?
Must be React component.
What is this? Do we know what file?
Home now.
File 16, line 16.
Home
Line 16 up here. And then you go into tab navigator, nav config. Okay, home nav. Home nav is home screen nav. What is home screen nav? Oh, hey, what? It should be okay. Oh, I need to export it. Home screen nav. So outside they can use it, right? Export, but I need the word default so you can use it like that. If you don't have default, then you have to use these curly braces outside. Okay, almost there. What is the error now? Where's the, sometimes you get really, okay, it's not too bad. Line 13. Why? Why? What's going on? What do you think? Oh. Alright, so look. Profile and notification, but there's a restaurant page. So maybe you display a restaurant image here, right? And then you click on that restaurant. Okay? So then you go and instead of go to profile, your home screen now maybe display an image. You know, go to profile now. Instead of going profile, you go to restaurant. Right? You go to profile, restaurant. See how complicated that is? This is a whole tab thing, but inside here is a tab. Okay, so you learn Redux in the next one. I think this is enough for the session. And then with Redux, then you can hook these guys together. Start building more interesting components. There are little things that you can, like for example, people feel like they hate this button thing. It looks so stupid, right? So then someone built like better looking button. You can try to use them. So there are just all more beautiful components you can use. I'm hoping that it looks more beautiful. We'll see. Wow, this is cool. They use something very similar to Redux with action and last state and new state in navigation. So see, if you import this button, this is a new component. So yarn add React Native button, for example. I show you how people can build better skin. It looks like I don't have it here, huh? What? Okay, let's just try it. Where's button? Here, I don't use this button here. Okay, I use it from someone else's library. Import button from React Native button. And then wait, what? What's going on? Maybe the way I use it should be different. Button style on press. Press me. Oh, it looks different. It doesn't use title. Then this button can be more powerful. Inside the button, you can have an image and stuff. So there's no more title like this, right? It will be this element now. It will be like this with a closing button. And then this whole thing in here, right? You put it down here, right? And then there's no title. And then save it. Oh no, check the render method. What's going on? Help. Maybe press me. Okay, enter press. Why can't it work? You see I'm making shit up as I go. Let's see. Check method. Okay, let's check it properly. This is a cool error that is expected a string or a class. I think that maybe because we have other home screen. Is there a button somewhere? Import. Oh wow. Import button not because there's only one button, right? It doesn't have many components. It looks just as ugly. So maybe style disable here. What? Okay. Come on, the button has looked better. I don't know. I guess the cool thing is that inside this button now you can have like image and some extra stuff. So that's a little bit better. But I thought I've seen better buttons, man. Container style. Let's see. Let's try this button container styles. I'll copy this. It's more styling. Hopefully. Yeah, on press is up here. Yeah, slightly better, right? That's the idea, right? So React Native can start out really ugly like this, but once you use the skinning, it won't be so bad. All right, down over here you can see that there's component libraries here, so you have different themes and animation you can use. It looks much nicer than what we're working with. Okay, guys? Any question? No? Is it boring? Great news!
Definitely.
No, great news! No one say it's boring. All right. And then, yeah, I'll leave it here if you have any more questions.